Hey guys, back again. I'm back again with another business video, another business tip to help you as a personal trainer, whether you're in Pure Gym or another gym around. So this video is all about the sales process. The sales process. So this process has enabled me to really change my life. It's enabled me to consistently make over 5,000 a month and even as much as 8,000 a month in revenue. It's enabled me to train as much as 37 clients each week. So it's such a powerful process that I've learned and I'm going to share with you for completely free. So how my sales process works is basically I generate my leads by offering a free gift, which I brand as my free fitness assessment and body transformation session. So, how this works is basically a 60-minute session, and we start off by discussing their lifestyle and their goals. I show them a great workout based on what the most important things are to them in terms of changing their body and their lifestyle or their physique. And the last part of it is, a presentation on how to train, the best ways to train and eat. We set some goals, and then I make them an offer at the end. Which hopefully they take up on, or they choose an option and hopefully become a client. So it's the main way I get members from Pure Gym. So I put Pure Gym members and I radically transform them into paying clients. And unless they pay and they give you the money, they ain't a client. And when I say paying clients, 95% of that means setting up a direct debit, which means that I'm getting paid every month. No reselling, no having that awkward conversation on our blocks run out, do you want to sign up again, do you want to continue? None of that. This continues until they come up to me and they say, they're giving me their 30 days leaving notice or cancellation notice, and they give me a reason obviously why they can't train. Beautiful situation. So I'm going to run through how this works. So you would have hopefully offered your free gift in the form of, an induction, a class. Maybe you just spoke to a member on the gym floor. Maybe you met someone at the front door. You answered the door for them. Maybe, a member has seen this via a poster in the gym, or maybe, via a new member mail out if your manager is going to allow you to do that. So this free gift. So how this works. So once someone's taken up the offer, yes, I want one. What are you going to do? Obviously you're going to arrange a time. So I've got a great form I use. I love Google Forms. Google Forms, absolute magic. Google Forms. So I use this for so much. I've got about probably 20 forms I've got set up. So basically, we set up the time using that. They give me all their availability, and then I book them in based on my availability. And 24 hours before, or the day before, I'll send them a power Park Q. So it's a standard Park Q. So a Park Q is something that you need to do to cover yourself. It's like a physical activity readiness questionnaire. If you've done your level 2 or 3, or level 3 especially, you would have covered this. So it's basically just a little medical questionnaire on just to make sure that they are able to exercise and they don't have any illnesses or injuries or anything like that, which covers yourself. But I go past this. I ask questions about the lifestyle. So some of my questions include, their current occupation. I ask them about their food requirements, what they can and can't eat, how many meals they have a day, if they know how many calories they have a day, how many days a week they want to exercise, what body fat they want to go for, what I'm saying? And there's blanks in there as well. So the blanks are what we do in the session. So in the session, I'll check their weight. Obviously, we'll go through the height as well. We'll check their body fat. yeah. And through the body fat, we've got a scale. Oh, sorry, we've got a chart in the assessment room, and then based on what it is, most people will be, generally that come to the assessment are in the overweight or obese category. So you can easily point it out to them. The body fat. I use a handheld body fat monitor, Omron one. So you check, it's 37%. Sorry, Mrs. Jones, 37%. Unfortunately, puts us in the obese category, which puts you at risk of heart disease and diabetes if you don't address this down the line. So something like that. Raise a bit of fear, let people know that obviously they have a problem and they need to train with you. So after that, obviously, go through the rest of the questions, discuss their lifestyle, their motivation. An interesting question I put in my PAR-Q, which I'm actually going to make available for you, is how serious are they about their training, 1 to 10. And it's interesting because, anything other than a 10, you're already probably dealing with a dabbler, a tire kicker, someone not serious. But if they put less than a 10, you're going to ask them what's stopping them from getting to a 10, and that's already an objection. So their biggest objection is going to come out in that one question. So if it's only a 7 out of 10 motivation and you ask why not a 10, they might say work is too busy, or I've got family, or I don't have the time. And then you just turn that around with, like, if we found a way to get you results, that could work around your busy work commitments or your busy schedule, would that get you to a 10? A lot of times they'll be like, yeah, sure. And if not, then what's the other reason? You'll definitely get to the end of it because you're not selling them nothing. It's a sneaky one. They're not even aware of it, that you're already addressing their main objection. Because by the end of it, like, if you go through the process, like, there's no reason for them not to buy from you other than, maybe they can't afford it, essentially. But a lot of the objections will be raised there. Anyway, at the end of it, so this should take no longer than 15 minutes. So you need to check the time as well, because I give 60 minutes. Obviously I'll be training clients before and afterwards. So you want to make sure you don't run out of time, because time is probably the biggest threat to the sale. So you want to manage time, very important. Because obviously, if time is running out, you've just made your offer, they have questions, you haven't got time to answer it, chances are the sale is not going to happen. Or even if you don't even get the time to offer your prices, and it's like, what next? Like, you don't want to be in that situation. So manage your time, get this first bit out of the way in 15 minutes, nothing longer than that, ideally 10 minutes. So at the end, you want to ask them, if I had a magic wand and I was going to make 2 parts of your body perfect, what 2 parts would they be? They might say, shoulders or arms and abs, for example. And you're like, okay, great. Let's go out there and we'll do an arms and abs workout now. So then you go out there, you choose some great equipment, you give them a great workout. If it comes to arms, I'll generally do pull-ups or something like that, something challenging. I like the assisted pull-up machine because it's a really tough machine that probably no one's going to use, and no newbie's going to use without help, because it just looks so scary. Like, what do I do here? So if you can show them how to use it safely and properly, already they know, ooh, I would never have used this without this guy. Maybe, this guy is the difference between me getting results or not. When it comes to abs, same thing. So maybe take him to the captain's chair, leg raise, or give him something challenging. And the way I do my workouts, I do superset cardio and resistance training. So it's gonna be, I'm killing them in 10 minutes, like 10-minute destruction, like sweating, out of breath. Like, I've even had a guy last week, he needed fresh air. Like, he just wasn't up for it. He just needed fresh air. Like, it was crazy. But you want to work them harder than not, because you want to show them that not only can they be pushed harder, but you are the guy to do it. Because if you show them a half-assed workout, you're just chatting, you seem less valuable, because like, why am I now you're gonna turn around and say, I want £300 a month from you to get you here to here, but you'll give them a workout they essentially can do themselves. And also, you got to battle, not only you got to battle with them thinking they can do it by themselves, you're battling with things like the classes, other trainers, you know what I'm saying? You got to show that you're the one. So yeah, show them a great workout, then come back in, hopefully, you've blasted them. And then you're going to go through your sales presentation. So the sales presentation consists of 6 slides. Shall I share that with you? If you want that, give me a yes in the comments box. If you want my PAR-Q, my Power PAR-Q, and if you want my sales presentation as it is, that's helped me to make 5K to 8K, get 37 clients, just give me a yes. If I get 3 yeses, I'm gonna put it in the description. Yeah, that's all I want. Just 3 yeses. Yes, please. Yes. Give me it now. Something like that. So basically, it's about 6 slides. You know, and you start off talking about metabolism. You know, teaching clients how they can raise their metabolism to burn fat and calories while they sleep, and that's obviously through doing resistance training, changing their body composition. Next, the next slide, we go through nutrition, so the best ways to eat. Also, we discuss. I'm trying to think of my own slides. My mind's got blank now. So the first one's about metabolism, and yeah, about HIIT training as well. Metabolism, cardio. So about HIIT training. Why that's more effective than steady state cardio, and I tie that into my 30-minute sessions. In terms of doing that resistance training and the cardio, getting the heart rate up and down, building muscle at the same time, creating a fat burning machine. Go through nutrition, so protein, fats, and carbs. We discuss the best ways to eat. Next, we talk about switching up the workouts to avoid reaching a plateau. So this is a great little slide where I tell them, by sticking to the same things, you're gonna reach a plateau eventually and stop seeing results. And that's a way that kind of put down the classes and raise the need for personal training. Well, not put down the classes, but a case of saying why you need to not just rely on the classes. So I encourage them to do their own workouts, or which obviously means if someone's scared to step in the gym, they obviously need help for that. So it's creating the desire for assistance with that. And basically at the end, I create them this is where the magic happens. I create them a little timeline. So we're going to set some goals here. And these are actually important goals, because if someone becomes a client, we're actually going to use these goals moving forward. So we've got body A, body B. So body A is basically where they are now, and body B is basically where they go to. We put the weight there, body fat, weight here, body fat. And then I tell them to describe their ideal body in words. So they might say fit, healthy, they have abs, muscles, flat stomach, blah, blah, blah. And then, so you always do this side first, yeah? Because people are more excited on what they want, you know what I'm saying? And then I get them to describe their body now, so they can describe the current situation they're in. So they might say fat, big belly, fat, weak, unfit, no energy, blah, 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 blah. So then, I like to sell my clients on 12-month plans. Just to number one, you eliminate dabblers, because you tell them that this fitness game doesn't happen overnight. It's a tough one. You get them prepared, and hopefully you get them prepared to hire you for a longer amount of time as well. So I say 6 months, 9 months, 3 months. Obviously explain to them, the 12 months, I basically say, this is, so let's say we're June now, 18. I'm actually going to project you to this time next year for your body B. So June 2019, it's June 2019 now, June 2020. Because fitness is a tough game at times. You want to give yourself enough time to have a proper body transformation, not just a quick fix that you can't maintain, or not dabble and attempt at a quick fix that you can't maintain. So this is our 12-month timeline. We've got 6 months, 9 months, 3 months. So 3 months from now will take us to July, August, September. September 19. Where would you like your body to be in September? So I get them to give me a weight target and a body fat target, and then we go from there. So this is a timeline, and everything I say I believe. It's not like just sales spiel. It's just a well-structured way to get people to think realistically about what they can achieve and what's going to be required of them to achieve this. So how this works? So after that, I circle here, body B. So let's say you took the right steps from today, and you're coming to the gym regularly. You're more consistent with the training. You've got your proper exercise program or a proper nutrition program. You're feeling fitter, stronger, healthier, and to the point this time next year we've got you down to your body B. And then I read everything out. So now you're down to 50 kilograms. You're 15% body fat. You're fit. You're healthy. You've got abs, muscles. You've got a flat stomach. How would you feel here? Build the excitement. Build what they can achieve. And then from your energy and your vibe, and they're thinking about their dream body, like, oh, yeah, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? They start getting excited. And then so you're really helping them really start believing and putting the picture of this goal in their head. So obviously they'll say they'll feel great. You don't want to leave it at that. You want to probe a little bit more. So why would you feel great? You know, a lot of people are a bit closed off. They don't like to be open. Like you'll find through this process, you'll notice different kinds of people. Some people are quite cold. You'll get to, you know, don't really engage too much. It doesn't mean they don't want to buy from you. They're just more private people. So you're going to fly through this. And on the other hand, you've got people who are proper like bubbly, like more of a bigger personality. They want to tell you about everything. They want to ask a million questions. And that's where managing time becomes important. I've had times you've had to cut things short because, you know, or skip questions because people are just, you know, they talk a bit too much. Which is nothing wrong with that, but obviously we've got 60 minutes in total before we need to wrap this up. Also, you know, you want to be hot on people who arrive late. I hate people arriving late. This is going to affect the sales process massively. If someone's 10 minutes late, you know, are you going to have enough time to really get to the end of this? A lot of times what I'll do is I'll skip a lot, especially from the first bit with the Power Par Q. I will skip a lot just to make sure I have enough time to work out, because the workout is really important as well, because even the workout you get the positive endorphins, they start feeling great already and they're feeling like, you know, this is all a possibility. So we've already established 12 months, so then obviously they said they'll feel great and all this and that, which is fantastic. So I say, okay, how about as well, picture yourself, you know, you've taken the right steps from today, you know, you're on the right exercise program, right nutrition program, you're training regularly, consistently, getting fitter and stronger, to the point where September, so 12 weeks from now, we've got you down to so-and-so, 55 kg, now you're down to 20% body fat, you're feeling a little bit fitter, you've got a little bit more abs, you're feeling a bit, you know, a few more toned muscles as well. How would you feel here? And again, they're probably going to say, great. You know, if they've got to this goal, that means they can definitely get to this goal. You know what I'm saying? You're breaking it down for them. And yeah, you asked the question as well. So, you know, if you got to this goal, would you feel you can get all the way to here? And chances are they'll be like, yes, of course. And then you bring down the mood, so you shift the energy. You're like a wizard. You're playing, doing all kinds of star jumps in people's minds. You're doing all kinds of psychology, but positive psychology, because this is going to benefit them. Not only is it going to make you money, but it's going to change people's lives as well. There's endless clients that I've given fantastic results for, and sometimes you just got to do these things to get people over the line, because, you know, people essentially, you need to guide people to make the right choices. That's what you have to do as a personal trainer and a leader. So don't feel bad about it. Sales is all about changing people's lives for the better. Unless you're selling absolute garbage, you should be ashamed of yourself and not even watch this video, because chances are you better be a great trainer, you better be in great shape yourself, and you better be getting people great results. So this is a good thing, not a negative thing. If you think it's a negative thing because you're selling garbage to people, don't do that. All right, so your body today, body A. So picture yourself, this is how I do this. So picture yourself, if you don't take the right steps from today, so maybe you don't get on the right exercise program, or you don't get on the right nutrition program, and you don't really do the right exercises, or maybe you try your best and you lose you lose motivation along the way, or you lose consistency, and basically we end up in the same position or potentially worse this time next year. So still at your body A, still with a big belly, well, start with the weight first, sorry, so still at like 70 kilograms, still 40% body fat, still with a big belly, fat, weak, unfit. How would you feel if you was in the same position or worse this time next year? So obviously, after all the hype of building them up, they can get to this, you're giving them the downer, chances are they're gonna be like, yeah, obviously I feel disappointed, feel like I let myself down, feel like, I've got to try again, feel like I wasted a bunch of time, blah, 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 blah. So then you're like, okay, cool, so can we cross this out then? This is not an option. Yes, it's not an option, which means we need to go for these. Okay, so this is where I continue. So bearing everything in mind, I'm going to offer you my program to help you to this goal, to help you get to this goal, initial goal in 12 weeks, and this end goal in the end of the year, or this time next year. Oh, well, I'll probably mention this one first. I'm going to offer you my program to help you get to this end goal here and this initial goal here, if that's okay with you. And, obviously they're going to be like, yeah, sure. And then, you've got open ears. So this is how I present my offers. So we can either train 2 times a week at 40 a session, 3 times a week at 35 a session, or 4 times a week at 30 a session. So based on everything we've gone through, I recommend 3 or 4 times would be most suitable to get you to this end goal in this time next year, and this initial goal in September or 3 months from now. Which one of these would you say you're more leaning towards? So obviously, you put your own prices here. And I like to give two options because it makes things easy for people. Option A, option B, simple business. You don't want to create too many options to the point where people are going to get like overwhelmed and confused and need to think about it. It's A or B, which one do you want? And obviously where I've put the first price here and this price here, chances are a lot of people do go for the middle one, but obviously it depends on their budget and what's good for them. And when it comes to this, you want to break down, you want to know in your head the quick maths of what this is per month, because you don't want people to be necessarily sitting down and figuring out the prices and leaving them there. You just want to know, if someone wants to know what that is per month, that's $320, that's $420, that's $480. And when you break it down per session, it sounds a lot more affordable than I'll give you £480 a month. And also where I increase the frequency, I've reduced the price as well. And I do that to obviously encourage people to go for the bigger option as well. And just the case of, it's just better that way. The more people train, give them a little bit of a better offer, and you can increase the probability of getting the big sales as well. So yeah, obviously from that, people might just respond to a straight yes, to which, I'll say with my clients, if they say let's go for 3 times or 4 times, I say great. With my clients, everything's done via direct debit. It's just easier for me to manage for myself and the client. Is that something you're happy to set up today? And if I say yes, great. So chances are that will be a yes if they've really agreed. Because obviously you said this is what you do with other clients. I've very rarely had people turn around and say I don't want to do it, because obviously they trust you. You work in Pure Gym. You got the badge, you got the logo on, and they, with your presentation, you would have also, actually that reminds me before I actually got into the whole presentation, the slides, I actually show them all my client success stories. So I've got about 20 of great transformations, and I explain the backstory and what they've managed to do, and it doesn't take more than maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes. Very quick. Just go through them, so they're saying, oh wow, this transformation, and I'm showing them men, women, young, old, and with that there's going to be at least 2 or 3 that look exactly like them, have got exactly the results that they've got. And the longer I've done it, the more transformations I've got, the more convincing that presentation has been. So that is so powerful. Good, I remember that. So yeah, so after you do the workout, come back in, sit them down. You know what I'm saying? After that, when I sit them down, I tell them, ask them how they found the workout, and I say, okay, great. Whatever they say, they probably say it was tough, it was really good. And then you say, I've got good or bad news for you regarding the workout. So basically with that workout, what we want to do, we want to get it, we want to scrunch it up and throw it in the bin, because you don't want to do the same workout more than once, otherwise your body will get used to it and you'll stop seeing results. So this stops this stops members trying to just repeat your workout thinking that's all they need. Like they know that they need to switch up the workouts, and it creates the desire that you have more in store for them, essentially. And then before I tell them we're going to go into the presentation, I tell them I'm going to show them some of my clients that have got amazing results already using the current program that I just showed you. If that makes sense. So then I'll go through that. So yeah, that ties into the whole social proof, and they trust you with the direct debit. So yeah, so if they agree to the direct debits, you literally open it up on your laptop, let them put in their details, boom, new customer, congratulations, you are another client up. And then you start booking in, and it's not only until they sign up, then you start booking in times in your calendar. Do not do it the other way around. Only when they've created a financial relationship will you now start committing the time relationship or committing your time for them. So they've set that up, you book in one session. If time's running out, tell them don't worry, we'll text or communicate and book in some sessions, or ideally you book in at least one session as they go. Man, there's so much to cover. Also, I do offer all my clients, I tell them as well, I offer all my clients a 30-day money back guarantee. So you've got 30 days to give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, you've got 30 days to get all your money back. No one's ever activated that. I think only one woman actually, who she was so excited, she made a sale, called her husband, and literally an hour later she was all panicking, and so I gave her the money back. She didn't even do one session, but that was kind of different. I've never had anyone do a session with me and ask for their money back, or do like 3 or 4, so it's never happened. So always give them that, because it's like essentially what have they got to lose? If they're on the fence, that's going to tip them over 100%. So yeah, obviously, this time also, you get objections. Obviously, most times it'll be money or time, and a lot of times you can use your current examples of or you can use your current clients or previous clients as examples of people who have had a similar dilemma and you've overcome it. So if someone says, oh, they're busy with work or they've got a really demanding job, you know, I'll throw them a client that's already dealt with that. So, you know, so if someone struggles with time, I'll say, yo, I've got a client, you know, she works in investment banking, you know, she comes at 6 a.m, she makes it work, you know what I'm saying? And as the more confident you get, the more you can start putting the finger on them, like, you know, do you really want it? What's these excuses for? Essentially, like, how bad do you want to change your body? You said you've been struggling for 3 or 4 or 5 years with all your life, you've never got in shape, and now you're telling me all these excuses, you know what I'm saying? And as you even get even better, you can just turn it over, just turn it around. Like, you know what, I don't think I even want clients who, you know what I'm saying, who aren't really that committed. I'm sure there's other great trainers that will allow you to dabble, or maybe not in those words, but that will be great for you. But, you know, I only want clients that are going to get results like my previous clients have, as I've already shown you. Anyway, there's loads of ways to play with this. But, you know, this is essentially what's managed to make the difference in making, you know, up to 8,000, getting up to 37 clients. And it'll work for you as well. So if you like this information and you want to find out more knowledge regarding personal training, especially, you know, at a gym like Pure Gym or like the Gym Group or Easy Gym, download my free book, The Low Cost Gym PT Business Success Guide, link in the description. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe as well. And if you want my Power Park Q and you want my presentations that has helped me to make these sales, just I want to see 3 yeses in the comments, just 3, yes please, and I'll make it available to download free for everybody. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one.